No, I'm with you. I think that Ronaldo out makes it a little bit more interesting for Portugal. Actually, I lied. Before we go, we do have a question from our viewers here for Craig, speaking about the whole thing about time waiting for our man, and obviously Ronaldo needs to face the reality of his own mortality. Listen, Greg, you as a former player, won the FA Cup with Chelsea, the league with Celtic. You have quite a tremendous career, but just like every other player, you have to face with the reality of the fact that one day it will come to an end. Alan Shearer wrote a great piece on The Athletic about this. So here's a question for you. Is there a point in a player's career where it's hard to come to terms with your career nearing its end? And how do you go about dealing with it? How do you as a former player understand that those days are numbered and you have to come to realization of it?
You get into the media as soon as possible, but that's what you do. But you don't. I suppose you don't really have to do that now when you've got a reported gazillion-dollar offer from Saudi Arabia or whatever it is. But it is, and the game's changed. The guys earn, although we earned, excellent money, the guys earn exorbitant amounts now, and so the sort of after career life has certainly changed. But you have to accept it. I mean, at no point did I have a career like Ronaldo, or not even half of it. But played in World Cups and FA Cup finals and stuff, as you mentioned, and was fortunate enough to captain my country. But Ronaldo, in some sense, has been quite lucky, and everybody's different. The injuries have been not too serious, and from my perspective, I couldn't wait in my career to come to an end because I was fighting every day to get on the training field, just to get on the pitch on a Saturday. The body was crumbling, operation after operation. And, some guys are just different. They play into the late 30s. I think about Gordon Strachan. I think about Teddy Sheringham. There are others, and Cristiano Ronaldo is one of them. But it just happens when you can't do the things that you once did. And I certainly, from my perspective, I found that so frustrating that when I went to Celtic, I was box-to-box midfielder and I was scoring goals, and by the time I got to 31, 32, I just couldn't do it anymore. I could get to the opposing box, but I couldn't get back to the defending box. They had to call a taxi for me, and it is so difficult. And I can only imagine for him, having had such an illustrious career, and I think more importantly, Luis, it's not just that; it's being front and centre in the headline, and it's all about saving the day again, and the celebrations with the shirt off and all those pictures. And now the front page and the back page is about the belligerent attitude, and it's not about the goals. And just briefly, that is difficult. For me, it was easy, and I think for some players it's easy. Your body's just let you down. You can't do it anymore. I think he feels he can still do it, and he can. He just can't do it at the level that he once did, and I think that's the big difference.
Thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more highlights, analysis, and exclusive content, be sure to subscribe.